What's up, man? Exams are coming up. First of all, welcome to episode 3 of the Mobile School podcast. Today, I just wanted to touch on the presidential pardon that everybody has been talking about. Basically, what happened was 2 years ago, we got involved in a protest about fees at tertiary institutions because a lot of black kids cannot afford fees. So it's really that simple. It's like people are fighting for us to get free education, not because we just want free stuff, but because we understand, like, if you get an education, you can take your family out of poverty, which is something that we all want. We want to take our families out of poverty so they can have amazing lives and all that nonsense. But the truth of the matter is, during those protests, there was some vandalism. There were people who assaulted the police, so they had to get arrested. Like, we're not excusing that behavior. We cannot afford to have a situation where we forgive people because they stand for a good cause, but they still break their rules. So we understand the charges, but we also understand, like, it was during a time of need. They needed to do that. Some of them were defending themselves. Most of them were defending themselves from the police who just came in, shot them with rubber bullets, tear gas, all that nonsense. Of course, they were protecting property of the universities, which is understandable. It's their job. But I want to touch on the fact, like, that there's certain people who have tried to raise awareness. One of them is so the other one walked from Joburg to Pretoria, and the idea was like, I want to raise awareness about this. That's Klamini. You want him to raise awareness about the fact that I might end up in jail for fighting for future generations to get free education, which is a big fucking deal. Here's my thing to the government and the president specifically, because a presidential pardon should be released by the president. But the president made a very clear observation and said, I cannot do that. That's an NPA matter. Like, I'm not gonna get involved in that sector. That's why we have, like, in that department, in that arm, that's why we have, like, the three powers, like the judiciary, the executive, the legislature. Of course, when it comes to judicial, the idea is that they don't get involved in executive issues, the executive doesn't get involved in the legislature issue. But what do you have to lose? Just give those kids, like, those pardons. They're not even kids, they're adults, and they're fighting for future kids. Give them those pardons, because you also don't want to be that guy who jailed Mandela and wakes up 20 years and say, I was wrong. We understand where you're coming from. You say, it's an NPA matter, but you have the power to sort this out. You have the power to sort it out. So, Cyril Ramaphosa, I see your videos, walking around in the mornings. Good health is wealth. Doing push-ups. You're terrible at push-ups, by the way. But when it comes to the pardons, please give those kids pardons. Please give men and women pardons so they can go back to school and take care of their families. At the end of this podcast, which is now, I want to talk to you about the film FeesWillFall, which is a documentary that we worked on during the protest, but we only focused on vids. So it will be coming out on the 29th of September. It will be first screened in Sebokeng Zone 10 Extension 2 Polar Park. If you know where that is, come check it out. We're going to be showing the documentary. It's about the whole idea behind FeesMustFall. FeesWillFall is just a story about those 4 days at Wits University where people were like, fees have to fall. No education at all. So, in closing, this door is irritating. I just want to say, check it out. Follow Parity Movies. This is a Parity Movies exclusive. Yes. It's basically the same thing because I run Parity Movies, so I'm just acting like it's another company. No worries about that. Fuck it. Why not? Check that shit out. And presidential pardons should be taken out, but lastly, make sure that you send in your questions regarding the upcoming exams. If you're in Matric and grade 11, we're gonna create lessons and send them to you via WhatsApp. Peace.